since I was a kid, you know, there's certain elements to Easter that you have to have, right? And we had those this year. For the most part. This is me, 1977, with Mom. See? There I am in my new little dress. We got our wide collars. Mom's got her leather jacket on. Standing in front of the forsythia bush. Forsythia, those yellow flowers, always remind me of Easter. See? And there I am. I was 11. There I am with Raggedy Ann. I've got an egg. We've got our new outfit. See, with the wide collars, that's so 70s. Without even looking at these pictures, I could see them in my brain, you know, in my heart. I knew there was one in which Mom was leaning over me, smiling, looking really pretty. We've got new outfits on, you know, so there's always the new outfit. And the eggs, the colored eggs. I didn't color eggs this year because everything was up in the attic, and my husband said he didn't see the Easter bin when he went up there, and it has all my stuff, and nobody ends up eating them except me anyway, and I get really tired of hard-boiled eggs, so I didn't make them this year. But I did see some forsythia when I went home to my childhood home where my folks live. I started feeling a little wistful, looking around. There's all new people, new cars. People don't talk to each other. Neighbors don't talk. There's a coldness. But as I was driving down their street, I saw in one of the neighbors' yards at the start of a blooming forsythia bush. And all of a sudden I felt a little bit of hope. I said, in this year, when everything has been so closed in and so locked down and so no, there was a yes in the form of a blooming forsythia bush, a bud, a little yellow flower pushing through. Something you feel rather than, you know, necessarily tell people about. You know, they look at you like, so, you know, my kids, they'd rather talk about some new video game that all the kids are playing, and that's fun. I guess I've always been a little too sentimental in certain ways. But I'm not the only one who thinks that way, because this morning we streamed the Mass from the church we used to go to. And as luck would have it, the priest that we really used to like there, he's about our age, Father Mike, he was there. And he left years ago to go manage another parish down in the southern part of the state. And we hadn't seen him since. And just hearing his voice was like, wow. You know, because my favorite part of the Mass had always, you know, the music. When they used to play the organ in the old days. And, you know, the gospel and the homily. And the rest of it can go on and on. The nice part about streaming, don't tell anybody I said this, but like, it's almost ideal because you can sit there and have your coffee while they start on the Glorias, and then if you have to go to the bathroom, you can, you know, go and come back, and they're still singing, and 15 minutes later. And I kind of wish they had that years ago, because it really would have been nice. So yeah, you know, 21st century is really cool in a lot of ways. If you're a Gen Xer and, you know, or you're a certain kind of person. Like, I always enjoyed the solitary praying more than the, you know, the public displays of piety, whatever you call it. I don't know. I would get, and recently, more so, the pandemic years, too distracted by people's energy, cologne, watching this one and that one when I was a kid. Oh, look who's here, look who's there, look who's here. I couldn't concentrate. I had to go in my room and pray with the door closed to talk to God. Everything else was just kind of a show, I used to take pictures of my parents coming back from communion. I had a little black patent leather pocketbook to match my little black patent leather strap shoes. I used to go, when I was like 2, I used to stand in the middle of the aisle when they were coming back from communion and pretend to take their picture. So there's that story that'll end up in one of my books someday. But anyway, so Father Mike was talking about how difficult the past year has been, and even, being confined to the rectory, and he talked about how he got through it, which was going out in the woods, hiking and biking near where he lives, and which is kind of like what I'm doing. Oh, here comes somebody with their dog. Oh, that's nice. And he compared it to Jesus coming out of the cave and being alive. That's nice, doggy. So, hi buddy, doggy, I love doggies. So that's what it is. That's exactly how I felt. Like we were all locked down last year. It was kind of like being in a cave, right? And now we come out. There's new life.
Is there someone there? Hi.
Oh, hi.
Enjoying something?
I'm filming, but yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing a video. You can go, you can walk, that's fine.
Okay.
So. So anyway. We have company. So that brings me to another story that happened lately. I got a new hard drive, right? I took it out of my old laptop. I put it into what used to be my husband's laptop. And all of a sudden my email program doesn't recognize the new computer. It gives me this red error message. Now, you know how annoying that can be. So I keep thinking, how am I going to get around this, right? Because it's looking for the old PC that doesn't work anymore. It's in a brand new PC, and it's a brand new hard drive. It's just a different machine. So that makes me think of kind of like the time we're in right now. Like, didn't Jesus used to say, don't put new wine in old skins? Yeah. For the miracle at Cana. That's exactly the time we're in now. We've got new energy coming in. So we can't go around expecting that things are going to work the way they used to work, right? Just because we think that we're all good to go, right? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, get this quick fix. And then we can go back to the way it was before. Something bothers me about that. kind of like my email program. It says, no, no, no. Now things are different, okay? So then I thought, why don't I just get a whole different email manager? Find a new way to consolidate all of my email programs in one place without using the limitations of the old one that I used to use. And then I thought, wow, otherwise I can't, it's frozen my email. I can't send out new ones. I can't communicate. I can't move files around. I can't do anything. I said, that's something. After batting my head against the wall for days, all of a sudden, I don't know, I was out walking the dog or just doing something, washing dishes or something. It came to me. Why do I think that I have to have everything the way it was? My husband and I were reflecting on Easter. When they get back, we're all going to have our pie and our candy. The Easter bunny brought some jelly beans and hid them around the house. But it's kind of sad because the kids don't want to look for them anymore. Now that they're tall enough, they're taller than we are, and they can find them in all the hard to find places. Makes me a little wistful, a little sad for the times when we used to dress them in little matching sweater vest, pant outfits, take their picture in the dining room before Easter dinner. Now they're taller than Mom. They don't want to dye eggs, or they hardly even eat candy anymore. They're like, they'd rather have a protein shake and go lift weights. Which is fine, it's cool. It's part of having young men around the house, but you know, part of me, I guess, part of me is still part of me is still Zazoo, who thinks that Easter should be celebrated by doing frivolous things like looking for eggs and jelly beans, and like my dad used to hide them all over the house. My mother would be finding them, you know, in strange places, tucked under the carpet, on the stairs on the way down. He used to hide them all over the place. And as I grew older, he had to get craftier about where he hid them, because I would start to anticipate where they would be. So he had to keep finding new places to hide things. There always should be that element of surprise about Easter, right?